We're going to start today with a short drill from Bapdada, chance for listening to some words spoken in meditation. And we'll meet back in a few minutes.
अभी एक सेकंड में सभी प्रमाण अपने राजयोग के अभ्यास करते हुए मन को एकाग्र करने का मालिकपन मन को जहाँ जाओ जितना समय जाओ जैसे जाओ वैसे अभी अभी मन को एकाग्र करो। कहाँ भी मन यहाँ वहाँ चंचल नहीं हो। मेरा बाबा, मीठा बाबा, प्यारा बाबा, cha.
Welcome back, and very nice to have this opportunity to hear the direct message. And going to be handing over shortly to Prashant, and I think Hindi translation just needs to unmute, then all will be well. So I'm going to hand over now. The laptop at the center has going through some settlement, so Prashant will be using this machine, so just bear with us while we change over. Thank you.
Hi, and welcome again. So let us create another minute of silence and attention again. And as we did yesterday, let us first hold the image of the sky. And this is a little exercise for the function of concentration. And the easy way is to be in that light, just like a morning sky. And during this time, we don't need to think of anything else. You may practice this with eyes closed or eyes open. the tiny living star in that light. Thank you. So, yesterday we took a few subjects. One very important area that we touched is the 4 steps. We used that language. With that structure, what we really saw the difference between seeing the soul and being the soul. That is like a strategic change. Until you become the soul, the ego is in charge. And that shift there will be resistance. Ego has no problem. You writing books on the soul, you thinking about soul, talking about soul, no problem. But to be the soul, then ego will die. And so there will be resistance at that level. And that is where the real progress happens. So we will touch this subject in some detail. Now today we'll let us see if we can go to the whiteboard. We are using a slightly different system here today, at least for the time being. This image that we used, and very important image for us, of we in the physical world, the one who is traveling in the physical world is the invisible soul. An invisible soul has his own world beyond. Let us come to another short practice based on this. I will remove the board. We are using an image, an example of John acting in a children's drama. And there is a time when he chooses to come back home. And when he is coming back home, he comes as John. He doesn't take the drama with him. In the drama, he may be acting as Mr. Universe. Mr. Universe stays outside and he comes home. So whilst this is going on, the John and the drama, I'm going to change the device, and we'll meet in a few seconds.
Has left us with a cliffhanger. John is acting, and we can probably preempt the next part. And I hope the sound is okay. We are making the most of technology at the moment. Incredible reminder, isn't it, that we need to be taking the step back from the raw So I think now Prashant is there. Hello.
Yeah, I sound is okay.
Yes, at the moment. So let's.
Excellent.
We got as far as John
Yes,
drama.
yes,
Whilst we're in the drama, talking about John. In
yes.
fact,
So it is nice, this image. John is in the children's drama. It is a bit like a Star Wars, great and active, lots of commotion going on in the drama. Then John comes to his home of mommy and daddy. He leaves the story behind. He wants to be John and he wants to be with his parents. He likes that silence of the home, not Star Wars at home also. Same happening here. Right now, Prashant is talking. This is happening in the drama, in a theater. This whole thing, our computers and if you look out of the window, whatever you are seeing, this is the drama. And the invisible actor in the image of the soul, tiny point is the invisible actor, is stepping behind this drama, knows his complete independence, that he's different to everything in the drama, and very happy to come in the silence of his world. He comes to the world of mommy and daddy. Very happy to see himself as a tiny point, complete simplicity. All the mask and ranks, everything is for the theater. It is not needed in the home. Just a tiny point. And happy to see this truth of himself. Invisible actor is happy to be with the true family. They all are like tiny points. They all got drama and they got a part on the stage. They may be acting in the drama as kings and some scientists, but behind there are tiny points. Nothing to be mixed with the drama. They're happy with this. And we are appreciating the sweetness of the family. Just being in truth and reality. In this world is the true Father, also in the image of the point. He's playing the part of God on the stage, hero part on the stage. He's the one who uplifts the entire human beings, makes matter even Satopradhan, creates heaven, plays a big part. But behind, he sees himself as a point. That was the part for the theater. His wisdom is in seeing himself separate. His wisdom is not in mixing these two things. Just as Mr. Universe is one world, John is different. Someone believes he is Mr. Universe, then it is a delusion. It is not a good news. More one is deceived by the drama, it's not a good news. God is one who is the wisest. He's never deceived by the drama. So plays a hero part, but at the same time sees himself just at point, just like anybody else. That is the way he sees himself. We understand the reality here. Happy to experience the security of the real world. We are appreciating the sweetness of this world, sweetness of the family, appreciating the eternity of this family. This is always there. The drama changes, the drama comes to an end as well. But behind, he is happy to see the real world. The real world exists. And the real family exists. What a great news. That drama, temporary drama, is not the only thing that exists. Invisible actor is aware of being sensible. Just to be connected to the real world is being sensible. Otherwise, to be drawn into the glitter and commotion of the drama and to be disconnected with the real world is not sensible. As we continue on our journey, as the invisible actor comes back in the world of action, comes in the drama, now he comes on the stage, comes in drama, knowing his absolute security. He knows something more. He's light and carefree. There is enthusiasm. Happy to perform and act in the drama whilst knowing something so important. His real world, knowing the truth. Not deceived. He is acting on the stage whilst being sensible. Thank you. This image, I might encourage you to play back this. If there is a recording, you can get playback or see it again. Come back to this, because what happens in this particular practice, you are seeing the drama. The drama is right in front of you. This drama I'm talking, whatever is happening today and what is going to happen next 4 hours, you can see that drama going on. At the same time, you are seeing the reality of the world behind the drama and the reality of the soul. What we want to achieve is grasp the reality of the soul, experience it, distinct from the role. See the contrast. Otherwise, what happens in our effort-making life. The language of soul can continue, but it can be ego-based practice. So the role and the soul get mixed up. And once it is mixed up, it is not a practice. It is not going to purify. It is not going to bring results. So to separate these two things is our big success. Someone used a nice image. Say so you got 1 kilogram of gold. So it is a great news. You got gold. And you got big cake or material for the cake. That is also a great thing. You got cake and you got gold. You're very lucky. But you mix these two together. The gold dust is put in the cake. Then you spoil both. You can neither use gold nor you can use cake. When you keep this separate, you can enjoy gold, you can also enjoy the cake. Same happens in our world. Drama is great. We don't have problem with the drama. And this whole physical world story, the role, that is great. Extraordinary drama. And the actor and his world and life with God and great family, that is also extraordinary. Not ordinary, extraordinary, supreme reality. Yes, good. But when you mix these two things, you lose both. You lose the truth and you lose even the self. You can't experience the wonder of the self. Nor one can enjoy the drama because you are not seeing it as a drama. So our success is in separating these two things. We need to use our best side, best intellect, but try to grasp what is this thing, what we call soul, what does this mean, and what is the experience, unmixed. Let us keep the cake and gold separate. Sarah, want to add anything? Say anything? Are we all connected and is the sound okay?
Sound is good. Just seeing if there's a question that's come up from the Spanish group. Yes, we will come to that question. I feel that it is a huge relief to have a practice to separate these two. The question, I guess, comes when we do realize that ego is there. And yesterday you talked about not worth a penny, and we can use these words which will help us to remain clear and see it as with the value of drama. If we see that ego is coming up, there can be a lot of fear if we've made something worth more than a penny. Do we, there was a book called Feel the Fear and Do It Anyway, quite popular new age book. Could we say feel the ego and continue anyway, because ego is kind of there? Do you have any comments on it?
Sure. Yeah, this question comes in many forms. Someone might say, if I do some actions, ego will come. Should I still do the action? If I get this new head, if I get a certain car, it will create ego. So should I not use that car? No, our position is, as long as there is darkness, ego will come. If you buy the car, there will be ego based on the car. If you don't buy the car, there will be ego that I'm so humble that I'm not buying that big car. Ego will come in one form or the other. Just like in some darkness are certain, insects and fungus, it grows if there is darkness. If you bring light, the same things don't grow. So our method to remove ego is bring light. And in the environment of light, it should appear absurd to create ego in that drama of Mr. Universe. Light, you can see clearly, it is all thing is going to be dismantled in 5 minutes. And how bizarre to create ego based on that head of Mr. Universe. It should appear so absurd as if you are acting in this Mr. Universe. Light is this. What we call meditation, we created this 10 minutes practicing this invisible actor. But that is our reality. It is not a meditation. Right now, same thing is going on. This drama is going on, and that invisible actor is here. And he will feel how absurd to create ego based on this drama. This whole thing is going to be dismantled. That episode has an obvious end. And so in that light, ego doesn't go. So that reason it gets addressed in the environment of light. And action, whatever is right action, we should go ahead with it.
And I think you answered a question, 2 questions there. How do I identify if it is ego doing the action or the soul? What is the gauge? So according to what you've just said, is if I'm seeing it as absurd to become identified with the things of the drama, or things become big or intense, then if I'm not seeing it as absurd, it's ego. Is that right? Or would you like to add something?
Yeah, that's good. But I might like to add one more. If there is doubt, just introduce little extra attention and create soul consciousness. If there is doubt, it is definitely something you are out of the ring. Introduce soul consciousness, then there is no doubt anymore. Soul is very, very distinct. When the invisible soul is conscious, he's experiencing the wonder. He finds he's lucky. His world is a different world altogether, and he's just visiting this world. And beyond harm, these feelings come, and he's amused by everything that is going on. It is a great gift. Every moment is a great gift. So those feelings will follow instant. And to practice this, we don't need a even 7 days course. Like just as we are, someone listening to this first time, he can come in these experiences now. Game is like this. Game is of a second. Just want to add one more aspect today. Just as if you are traveling somewhere, if you are using GPS, then they first need to know where you are, and then they can guide you to your destination. If a doctor wants to treat any patient, he first wants the diagnosis. Then the answer may be very simple. A beautiful statement by Einstein: if he has got 1 hour to solve a problem, he will spend 55 minutes to understand the problem. So at the present time, what is the problem? And where are we? And If we want to help the world, what is happening to the world? Politicians, scientists, everyone wants to help the world. But let us first try and understand what is the diagnosis and what is our starting position. If someone has very clear all the facts, very clear map, and intellect, sight, everything is so clear, what will he say? You want to guess? You want to tell? What is the what will he say? Someone was to come here and he has got the intellect and the sight. He can clearly say what is going on. All the facts are there. All the investigations are there. Then what is the diagnosis? You can tell.
So we have everyone is caught in the web. We are unconscious, asleep. Most souls are unconscious. This is a madhouse, and we have forgotten that we are actors. All are confused. It's a good diagnosis, I think.
Very good. Yeah, excellent. So what is happening here? This physical, the invisible players. When we are, it's obvious the real people. Someone has the sight and the intellect. He knows who the real players are. Whom is he trying to help? He knows this. So the one whom he's trying to help, they are in prison, as if, caught in the web, means to be in prison. And step 2, second aspect of this, he doesn't even know that he's trapped, which means he's unconscious. And third observation is his worst enemy, that is, we can call ego and Ravan, the worst enemy is ruling his life. If this was to happen to someone in your world, say your best friend is having any one of this, is in prison, he is unconscious, anyone, or his enemy is ruling his life, then these are serious things, serious matters. And you will be seeing it as urgent. This has to be addressed. Here, all 3 things are happening to everyone. And if you see there is a disco going on, everyone, it is the Ravan's party that is going on. The real players are unconscious. This is the way you will see. If you got a clear sight, that is what you will see. So one is they are in the trap, different kinds of bondages. That's why they are trapped. They are unconscious, and the enemy is ruling their lives. Baba uses the language omens of Rahu. The worst omens are, to have all these 3 things happening at the same time. These are the worst omens. So the process shift. Now we know what is the situation, and now in that context, we understand why we are doing what we are doing. And not like sometimes people say meditation, relaxation. It is not just a relaxation and go home, or stop the thoughts and go home. That is not our purpose. This is a big emergency. And the big enemy is there, and the player is unconscious. We want to make him conscious. Excellent. When you practiced in the first 10 minutes, invisible actor seeing himself clearly, watching the drama, aware of the drama. During those seconds, minutes, the invisible actor was conscious. When he saw distinct, he could see the invisible actor just at a point and seeing the drama, seeing the independence from the drama. During those minutes, the player was conscious. When that awareness is not there, all that was there is Mr. Universe, just the drama. And the invisible player was not conscious. Ego was conscious. Ego has been the king. Most of the time, ego is the king. So we have to find now the way how I can make this, the invisible player conscious. So for this process, we obviously need to use the best intellect, best side. These are necessary things for this journey. With that, at least we can see that whole physical world as a story, at least. And right now, if we come back to this invisible actor in the image of the point, and he understands this is a theater and it's a drama. Prashant talking here, talking about soul also, but that is still a drama. And the invisible soul is watching this drama. Invisible actor is aware that is a drama there, and he's different. Seeing himself as that tiny point or a presence. Try and grapple this. That is our aim. We are aware that this invisible point, he has his world, independent world. His world is not in this story. He understands his complete independence from the story. That story is going to finish any moment. Understands his independence. Understands his complete independence from Prashant. Invisible soul is aware of his sky and his true family. Very fond of his family. They are also like stars. And very fond of his father. They are all like tiny points, stars. We are seeing that invisible player is becoming conscious. And once the soul becomes conscious, he's already free. He's already out of this web. Because he can see now his independence from the whole story. Nothing really matters. He's prepared. Story will finish and some other episode starts. Prashant part may finish any moment, and it is going to finish. He knows his independence. Invisible soul is separate to everything in the drama. And only soul just need to be conscious. That automatically stops Ravan. Ravan and ego are in charge only if soul is not conscious. Without soul being conscious, we cannot remove Ravan. Who will replace him? If Ravan is removed, there is no one else to replace. So the soul has to be conscious. We can take this further. We said the soul that is conscious, that invisible presence, is very fond of his true family, family of souls, very fond of his true home, that home of silence, that expanse of light, very fond of it, very fond of his father. We said earlier, one who is also like a point and happy to be the point. They see themselves as that most simple, free from all the glitter and gold of the drama. And so this soul who is conscious, very happy with this, very fond of this family, father, home. In this world, everyone is without any desires. They exist forever without needing anything. The world itself is like this. No one needs anything. That's why desireless. In where there are no desires, there are no disappointments. So this world is sorrowless, desireless, egoless. The world itself is like this. That's why everyone is immensely lovely. There is natural perfection. Everyone is lovely, worthy of love. They are harmless. If someone doesn't even need anything, they're childlike, godlike. That harmless innocence, cleanliness, and at the same time, they are godlike. It is in an environment of full wisdom. They know everything. They know they are in truth. We are just seeing this dimension that is alaukic, unearthly dimension beyond the story. This dynamics where everyone appears lovely, we call this silent celebration. What happens in any celebration, any family celebration? What happens? Of course, there is happiness, there is a sense of belonging, there is respect, there is security. There is upliftment, benefit, and maybe some entertainment. Same is happening here. In this celebration, there is it is a true family, and so the soul that is awake, he feels there is a sense of belonging. He knows everyone belongs to him. Everyone, every soul belongs to this family. We address this. We remind ourselves of this. Big family, they all are like stars, and this is normal for Paras. They all belong to each other for eternity. It's an eternal bond. Meeting old friends, old relations again. There is happiness of meeting the family again. The soul that is conscious knows everyone is worthy of love. Each and every soul is worthy. They are childlike and harmless, innocent. And as was said, desireless. But at the same time, immensely lovely. They are beings of bliss and peace and love. That's why godlike. We are reminding this big truth of everyone. In this home is the Father, one who is the wisest and always in truth, always Paras, embodiment of what we speak of always. Feelings of love there within the family, with the Father. feelings of respect, feelings of benevolence, good feelings. It is silent feelings of belonging and respect. At the same time, is there any entertainment here? They have this big entertainment in the form of this drama, the ongoing circus. That itself is the entertainment for this family. The only reason this whole physical world exists, that includes the galaxies and the black holes and the planet Earth, whole thing exists, is for the entertainment of this great family. This family of souls, they are the only conscious beings in the whole universe. So everything else is there to serve them. The whole department of matter that exists, it is for them. And entertainment is an important function of this world of matter. One who is conscious, he understands the reality of this soul family is an eternal celebration, silent celebration, eternal celebration, a celestial celebration. We are just waking up to this. That reality already exists. The soul is becoming conscious to what already exists. Om Shanti. You want to say anything? You want to add anything?
So feeling of royalty comes from the soul. It's a very subtle thing to be so free, but the point that even the role is in a sense part of the drama and potential web, and so when there is that much freedom, there is a lot of dignity for the soul, and that love and benevolence, which means that someone else can come in the drama with better skills and they can do the part you were playing 5 minutes before, but even better. And this is great for the soul that is free completely from the drama. They would be absolutely happy for that, if it's good for the task or whatever the job. So that dignity and benevolence and celebration just continues. So that thought came up. There are some questions which have come, so I don't know whether you want to take them now or a bit later.
Sure, I'll just draw just a little sketch and then we can take the questions.
Yes.
And what we are going to see, we said family of souls. They are the central players. They are the only ones. Whichever, this family of souls who are here on the planet Earth. In this, I include the human and the animal souls. They are the whole universe is around them. And we said, for these souls, there is this world of matter. And world of matter, Earth is the central stage. But we are talking here the universe and the galaxies and the whole lot. It's all this universe, who is experiencing it? The only one who can ever experience this are the souls. Father and the family of souls. They are the only ones who are experiencing it. So it is meant for them. If the souls are not there, as if universe is not there, no one to experience it. So it is the matter is there to serve the masters, souls. And it is part of the celebration. But there is a but. They need to be sensible. Only if they are sensible, they will see it the right way. So this world of matter, we said it plays the part of a story, it plays the part of a drama, it plays the part of the circus, it is also a great holiday, it is also extraordinary PlayStation, it is a film, it's a three-dimensional entertainment that is going on. It is doing so many things for you. It is like an ongoing entertainment. That is what is happening. And it is beyond harm. It cannot harm you even the slightest. You are immortal and you are beyond harm. Any film cannot harm you. There are many things can go on. But the but is, if you are careless, if the player is careless, if the player is confused, if he crosses the line, then the same world of matter is now in a position to give you sorrow. It becomes the web. Same world of matter becomes the web. And people cry and take sorrow because of that. The only thing that goes wrong is these players cross the line, get into confusion, and then omens of Rahu, start. Now, at present time, Baba says it is a time of omens of Jupiter. We understand the secret. And the secret is, let us come out of these three problems. And the problems are souls are in the web. Let us come out of it. Let us come out of the unconscious state. And let us come out of Ravan's department. Then you are under the omens of Jupiter. highest thing you can do anytime is remain free and help others become free. This option is there at present time. These 8 billion souls, they all are caught in the web. There is a need. Someone has to intervene here with Father. So your time, your time of yoga, your attention, your vision, your thoughts, everything has value if you understand what is happening. If that is achieved, then it is golden age. That consciousness is necessary. Those kind of karma are necessary to create a golden age. Intelligent intervention. We said there are scientists who are trying to help this world, and politicians, and many clever people. But still, no one has spotted the problem that we are seeing here. So if you are seeing that problem, and if you are taking steps to free the world from these problems, it is a very intelligent intervention. That kind of intervention is necessary to bring the omens of Jupiter and create a golden age. Yes, and let us hear the comments, questions.
So, a question. When you see others in your family are unconscious and trapped in the web, what should one do if they have no spiritual interest or belief in soul or God, that you understand the problem and the diagnosis very clearly?
Sure. The first thing is our family is the whole family. 8 billion souls. These are our family. The rest all is the drama. In the drama, someone is playing a part in one place, someone is playing part. That is drama. And you played part somewhere else, just one birth before this. So that is not to put a limit to yourself on that. And but still the question applies. How can we help someone who is not even interested or innocently doesn't want to know? You have got light, and if you are using this light, that light is of great value for everyone. We said at the beginning, there are 3 problems. The player is in the web, and second is he's unconscious. So your brother is in the web, and brother is unconscious. And so if it is the Ravan will very, is surprising that Ravan even shows interest to know any of these things. But good chance Ravan is not interested in any of these things. So you are not surprised that he is not interested. But your light will help the unconscious brother to become conscious. We start the process. And in Baba's words, every minute you are creating in yoga, you are helping in Baba's task. Accurate yoga. If you are staying in that conscious awareness, you are contributing to this world of light. And if there is darkness and you bring light, light brings results. Light creates magic. Straight fight between darkness and light. Light wins hands down. So you got right, get on with it.
Thank you. This question is to try to understand the connection, I think, to understand the distance from the role. So in this disconnect from the drama, are we removing any sense of value or virtue in the role? So for example, why would one not opt for the role of a bank robber rather than a factory worker? Because it may have more fun. Maybe it's not ego, but where does consequence fit in if we are saying that it's just a role in a drama?
Sure. And then Baba says, play the hero role. Yeah, totally agree. It's a drama, and it is whatever the past, what one part you played, other part you play, we put a full stop because it is a drama. But now the director tells you, play the hero part. Don't play the part of the bank robber. You play the part of hero. Hero never plays the part of a bank robber. So there are many other things that need to be done at the present time. So you play that part. And in spite of that, if you still want to play some other part, it is because of Ravan. If you disobey the director and still compulsively playing the part of the bank robber, that pressure is there. It becomes a sin because you are disobeying the director, and only Ravan will disobey the director. But as regards the past, you are quite happy to know that that was all drama, and you go further.
So game changes when you recognized the drama and the director specifically. The aim is very different. This is maybe a connected question. The invisible soul, are they aware of this role other than the physical role in the play? They have this subtle mission, which you could say is a role.
It's a subtle mission. It is beyond the role, you can say. That's the one with part going on. But invisible soul has got his own silent mission. Yes, it is even beyond the role. Part goes on. In the drama, you may be acting in a some office work. That is a part going on. But silently, you are having another mission. No one else can see it in the drama. And that is God's mission.
In the case of the unconscious family member misbehaving, can we use the law?
Your words were not clear.
Okay, can we use the law in the case of unconscious family member misbehaving?
Law, whatever, this is in the drama, how to solve the drama. Is that what the question is?
I mean, the role, we obviously want to deal with situations with love, and but if the law is required, if something goes beyond.
Of course, whether it is family or right now some robber comes, it is not in the family, but in the town, robber comes, terrorist comes, I will call the police and I will apply the law. Drama, we act. We do not say it is drama and not act. Even if you don't act, then it is carelessness. And it is still an action, but it is careless action. Just to watch the robber robbing, that is also an action, but it is carelessness. But we act, but we know it is a drama and we put a full stop. If you inform the police, then you put a full stop. You don't keep thinking about it for the rest of the day. You got another mission.
It very much helps when there's a clear aim and one is clear about that aim. Probably it's a good time to pause and take a break for discussion if that works for you.
Yeah, sure.
And if so, what's the topic or focus you'd like to give for the discussions? Suggest.
Celestial celebration. What is it for you? What does that mean to you?
Thank you. That's nice. So let's take this chance to meet each other, and feel free to come into video if you can. And if someone would like to take the role of maybe introducing others, asking them to share, it will make a nice dynamic. And then we'll meet back in just over 10 minutes. We have a guest from Lebanon and from Finland today. So looking forward to the sharing. So see you in 10-15 minutes. You managed to get a feeling of the discussion of some rooms, which was really, really lovely. So before we hear from our speakers, let's just maybe take a minute to consolidate all this nice reflection for the self. Meet back in a minute. Thank you. Enjoy these pauses. And so now we're going to go north to Helsinki and warmly welcome Gitte, who's joining from the center in Finland. So it'd be nice to hear your highlights and what struck you from the sharing and your own thoughts.
Hello, Om Shanti. I hope you can hear well. Yes, it was really nice room. I have to say that everybody was so mature, and it was surprisingly very clear for everyone what is celestial celebration. Even normally it's not celestial is not a thing for ordinary human beings. It's more like you can read it from Bible or you can look at in the movie, but it's not a normal experience, everyday experience. But it is true, with this knowledge, we have had glimpses of what is celestial celebration. And our job is just to make it constant. And I wrote it down what one lady said in our group. What does it mean to experience freedom, feeling safe, experiencing family? And I think it was experiencing light. So these are not small things at all. So for me, today's session was like a reminder and eye-opener what an amazing treasure we all have through this knowledge. And it is something we should not take it lightly, or really appreciate and put it into practice in our life. And I also liked what Aldous said about celestial celebration. One word was divine. And that's another word. When can we experience divinity in our life? And with this knowledge and putting it into practice, we can really experience it. So some thoughts from here. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. It is a subject like no other, and we like to, get sort of quotes and, warm with different angles, but you can't with this topic. There's just nothing like, you can't Google celebration and celestial and get anything near. You can't with any aspect, but this is beyond. We are so lucky.
Yeah.
So this would be really lovely to now come to, I think Anna Daliani is connecting from Lebanon, but sometimes in Greece. So I didn't check where you're joining from today. So we'll find out. And very warm welcome to Anna Daliani, who's joining us today. If you're able to. Yes, you're unmuted. Welcome.
Yes. Hi. Is the sound okay?
Yes, it is. A little soft, but I think it will pick up.
Yes. It's really very lovely to be with everyone, especially when one is in the right awareness. Somehow it feels very direct and very, very real, very live. And as Gita said, hello Gita, the group was very mature as well and very to the point, and some words that stayed with me were silence, fullness, and usually to have a celebration you need to have a reason. It was shared in our group, a big reason to celebrate. And just to share a few thoughts here, that when you hear these words, celestial and celebration, these are very big words, let alone experiences. And especially at this point of time, who is celebrating? And if there is some celebration here and there, it's definitely Ravan's celebration. So a celestial celebration is something, although it's the nature of everyone, and it appears, it sounds something very, very high, but it is our nature. And actually at this point of time, it's like a paradox with all these things that happen around us and within us. Is extreme. However, it looks like there are parameters like very important, very like catalyst parameters that can make the whole thing of the celestial celebration easy and accessible to everyone, whether it is whether someone is new, whether someone is old on the spiritual journey, when even if someone is not on a spiritual journey, somehow such a high experience can be shared with everyone. And the parameters I would say are, first of all, the clarity that Baba's knowledge has reached. The level of clarity is the highest, and this makes it also very, very simple. Everyone can understand that there is something that is real and fiction, and reality is you, and fiction is at the physical level. It's not difficult because we have also the example of the theater, like the films, the dramas, but there are other parameters. So the peak of the power of yoga, perhaps the time start this journey, knowing that everything is within our sight, and if someone wants, really can make it. I want to share. Do I have 1 more minute or half a minute to share something?
Yes, we're slightly losing you with the connection here and there, but please go ahead if you have one more thing to share. But I'll make a hand signal if we lose you. But we managed 95%, I think.
Okay. So, and one thing that is part of the simplicity of the knowledge is, and I think is being touched in these retreats a lot. And yesterday, which I didn't attend, but Prashant mentioned it in the beginning, how it's one thing to see the soul, and it's another thing to be the soul. And I think this is where our attention should be for the self and for others, to help them see the difference of living in the mind and thinking. Even the noblest and the most true thoughts cannot replace the actual being. And the last few months, I'm experimenting just this very simple thing of giving the attention to what is real, without being trapped in any kind of thought, with any content, because as knowledge is so refined now, we can be so easily trapped in very refined thoughts. Yes, thank you.
Thank you. And you were picking up a thread actually from yesterday, and it came from Sanjay about it being easy or getting easier, and that was the feeling. Perhaps more this accumulation of sharing, and things are speeding up, I think, to help. So that's even though you mentioned it's high, but if the parameters are getting clearer, it is something that we can all do to move forward. It's really nice. And maybe there'll be questions for you and for Gita as well. At this point, I might see if Prashant wanted to share about anything.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you to Gita and Anna. And, very nice to see you both. We often use this example, and this is a real story. When one boy is given a toy to play, and 10 minutes later, we go to see the children, and this boy is crying. And why is he crying? He cannot. He realized that he won't be able to take this toy home. So the toy is in front of him, and he liked the toy, but he's not playing with the toy. He just spent time crying, and then he goes home crying. You get an idea how things can go so badly wrong just by the factor of confusion. When you are into this confusion, create attachment for nothing. There are toys at home, there are toys. If there's some sensible child, he will play with the toy there. Then there are toys another time. Another time he will play with sticks and stones. But here, the most beautiful toy is in front and he's crying. human beings are at present in this state. When I say human beings, these invisible players, they are given this extraordinary truth. The one is their supreme reality, life with God, and they themselves are angelic souls. And they are given this greatest gift, this entire physical world, as we saw, great circus. It is harmless. It is the souls are immortal, so nothing can ever harm them, including these black holes and the whole lot. But they can create problem to themselves just by the factor of confusion. And they lose the sky, they also lose the earth. So this is what we have done all this time. We are stepping back, coming out of this confusion. Ravan is an embodiment of confusion and madness. Ravan, stubborn in that. So some of these things have to be dismantled. Beautiful process. And then you win the sky, also win the earth on an extraordinary level. Celestial celebration is a nice word because we are a family. All souls, they are a family. It is a silent feeling and attitude. And that attitude itself is service also. At one time, we had one retreat, and there was some kind of a workshop. And in this workshop, one friend, one sister, she started to dance. But she had an idea exactly what she's going to do. She started dancing. And that's all. She didn't tell anybody. And after a few seconds, someone else started joining her. Someone else started joining her. And then whole gathering was dancing. I was very amazed by this phenomena. That's exactly what she wanted to do during this workshop, to break ice or whatever. But this is what happened. So here you go, you dance, you fly, you join in the celebration. Don't think too much about others. It is silent celebration, and it pulls everybody else in. And that, as we are saying, that reality already exists. We just need to dance your dance. So let us hear some other comments. And is Sarah going to have a Zoom poll today? Is that the intention?
Yes, well remembered, totally forgot. And we can do it now, maybe, or in a few minutes.
Whatever. And if there are any comments, questions, that also.
Okay, maybe we have a question and then we will ask you all a question. In fact, you just answered it, but it would be interesting to see any other. The question was, do I need to relate my life experiences as a yogi or the title of a master or mighty authority to advise or help others to get out of some confusion? And you said you just need to dance the dance of this silent celebration. So I think you answered it, but
yeah.
The second question, the awakening is individual, but is there a collective reboot button that could be pushed? Any form of collective action to accelerate the transition?
Our method is truth. And that is like we can't bypass it. Say if there is a collective action, let me first do this. Come in the world of truth. Experience it. And I'm underlining it, emphasizing it, because ego within us has got an absolute agenda to avoid this. Because if you come in truth, ego will die. That's why whatever you call it Maya or that resistance or going off the tangent, that phenomena will be there. In spite of that, you have to create these minutes of accuracy and quality. Yeah, that is what will bring about the shift.
Thank you. We can do the poll now, but I will just mention a question which you can all think about in between the poll questions. What is meant by might, along with being a lighthouse? There's also might house. So have that on your back of your mind if you have a few moments. But this question will come on your screen, and translators may need to translate the question. If you can't see it, don't worry, or if you can't answer it, you can always put in the chat if you wish. Another 10 seconds. Okay, great. So last, okay, someone stopped it, that's fine. So we'll share the results, and 72% have completed the 10 sessions of Santivini, 23% 7 to 9, and 5% neither of the above. Thank you so much. It's helpful for us to know. And so maybe this last question, if you have any comments, and also if you'd like to share in the chat your thoughts. We also have Anna and Gita with us. If you wanted to share on it, it would be nice also. So you can just raise a hand or a physical hand if you'd like to share. Any comments from Anna on this topic? The question was, what is meant by might, along with the idea of being light and shining light?
It's cutting a little bit. Could not hear.
Okay,
It's
we need
about
more.
light and might.
Yes, we understand more about light, but not so much about might.
The experience here is that the moments, and I'm not sure if it's really much more than some moments, this total freedom that comes with a feeling of being natural. Somehow there is no energy of any effort, like natural. When this experience is there, natural freedom from the ego, from Ravan. So at that time there is a feeling of power in different forms, not like power in the form of intensity, but this freedom itself allows the soul to be who the soul is, and all the qualities, all the divine qualities are there. And this is it's a very nice feeling, this happiness, this love. All these qualities themselves are power, especially when it comes to being in the drama and interacting with others. Because when there is real love, this kind of love, spiritual love, or happiness is a power. So one is powerful also within the drama. You are free from the drama, and this makes you also powerful when you are in the drama, because the experience of these qualities make you powerful. Freedom, in other words, is detachment. It's almost the same. So I would see power connected with detachment, but not the thought of being detached, because it's very easy to create thoughts about detachment, but not this incorporeal stage that is free from the gravity.
Thank you. It's bringing a feeling, especially when you mention the word natural, and the soul is able to be who the soul really is while in the drama, and that happiness is actually power. And we have come to time. I don't know how it happens so quickly, but maybe any final comments from Prashant, who might also like to suggest something which is nice for collective practice. Sometimes we'll practice or reflect on a similar theme.
Yeah, yesterday we mentioned to create that momentum. So even next 24 hours, let us be aware of this, because collectively, because many others are doing the same thing, understanding the same thing, it all, helps this larger dance. So definitely keep dancing. That is one homework, if you are happy with that. In this celestial celebration, we need the dance. And those who heard the slogan today, you heard, even if you are tired, what is the answer to getting tired?
Dance.
Dance, yes. So it is, we got a homework already ready-made. Just one comment in connection with light. Light is like, if there is less light, extreme example, if there is a sofa, it might appear like a ghost, or chair will appear like a table. Where there is more light, you clearly see what is where and what color it is, and whether you should use it or not use it. In light, everything is clear. So in this light of knowledge, you can clearly see if there is a story, it's a story. If it is temporary, it is temporary. If it is harmless, it is harmless. And who are the real players? You can clearly see. And where do you belong? And who loves you? And there are no complication, no problems. And might Baba uses where it is against resistance. Even in physics, power, in the equation of power, there is resistance. So, say someone is drowning. I have intention to help him. I give him a hand to pull him out. But if I am not stable, I can be pulled into the water myself. So if I want to pull him out, I have to be really stable and strong. Then I am in a position to pull him out if he's drowning. So here, if you are taking on this task of pulling others out, you need to be more than light. You have to be very stable and not fluctuating. Then there is possibility you're giving hand to others, they will be pulled up, they will be pulled out of the situation. So in this case, hand your thought, your wishes, your vision, it will have the power to pull others out. But for that, you need not enough just to know it. You need to be stable in the higher camp. And then what Anna mentioned, it will be natural, it will be like virtues, those experiences will follow. Just this extra addition.
Thank you very much. And I want to acknowledge the comments which we haven't read, but realizations from the rooms and a few other questions which we might create some time for Q&A and put it in the drive. So we'll let you know. So maybe we'll close and we'll share some points which were taken from the Merely of yesterday with some audio-visual, and meet again tomorrow. An appreciation for this opportunity to be together and dance, and look forward to sharing the dance tomorrow in between dancing. Thank you all. The Father says, I am the embodiment of peace. And the same applies to you. It is only I, the Father, the Supreme Soul, who purifies impure souls. Only I can bring peace. My birth is divine and alokik. The Father says, remember me, the Father of the unlimited and the inheritance of the unlimited. The Father gives you no other difficulty. Everything I tell you is extremely easy. Children who recognize the Father, the ocean of knowledge, are rivers of knowledge. They purify the impure world with the Father. Man above. The mind is with the Father, is like the Father's mind. This mantra disciplines the mind, and the soul conquers the 5 vices. In the copper and iron ages, no one knows that alloy is mixed into souls. They say souls are immune to the effect of action. At this time, Children, keep in the awareness they have to reach their complete and perfect stage, become pure, Sato Pradhan. This way, they become worthy of the new world, the golden age that truly existed in this physical world. All are masters. There is one Dharma. This is the complete pure world of noble souls, the world of heaven.